Okay, some interesting developments in the last few days. Let's get the usual stuff out the way. Wednesday today, the 7th of February. Training was good today. Hamstrings and arms. Great pump. I feel good. I feel strong, all things considered. Just waiting on my blood test to come back. They got it yesterday, so hopefully by Friday, 2 more working days, I should have the results. But yeah, no big deal. Yeah, nothing on the training front new, just same old. I've mixed up a few exercises. I've been changing it up and stuff. But yeah, I feel great training. Everything's good. Diet wise, everything's good. Weighed myself 5 minutes ago. I'm 191. So yeah, I'm fluctuating 192 to 189. So I'm on maintenance at the moment, which is I'm okay with that, no problem. Today is day 3 of my blast. I feel good. No complaints. No post site injection pain or anything of the sort. Yeah, everything's smooth. No problems, no issues there. No vein issues or anything like that. Everything's okay. Started tracking my blood glucose levels 2 days ago, or yesterday, in the last 2 days, and I've got some interesting developments and information regarding my sleep problems, my urination issues as well. This here is a blood glucose indicator card. So the red is low, the blue is normal, the light green is borderline, the dark blue is high, and the yellow is dangerously high blood sugar levels. Now, the first at night, was it 2 nights ago? Monday night? I think it was Monday night or last night. I can't remember off the top of my head. But my first draw of the blood for the sugar levels was sitting at around 8.1, which is borderline, which is 8.1 millimoles per liter, or around 147 milligrams per deciliter, which is borderline type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetic. This morning I measured in at a 5.2, which is just above 90. I'd say it's around a 92 to 94. Ideally, I want it to be at around 4.4, which is around 80 milligrams per deciliter. Sorry, not nanograms, milligrams. It's a bit high. So this explains why I've been urinating a minimum of 7 times a day, sometimes more than 10, throughout the night. Last night again, I had issues going to the toilet. I'm constantly going to the toilet all the time, and I did some research yesterday and found out that that's an indicator. That's one of the symptoms for type 2 diabetes. Now, I'm not going to jump to conclusions yet. Again, the first night I took it, the first night when I measured 8.1, I just had 4 bagels with cream cheese and marmalade. Literally had 4 bagels in a row, a whole pack. That's 153, over 600 calories, and it's mostly carbs. It was a protein bagels, but it's a lot of carbohydrates there in that one little meal. Maybe closer to 800 calories with the cream cheese and the marmalade. But yeah, I think due to that digesting at the time, my blood sugar levels were elevated at 8.1. But the next day when I measured it, it was around 7, I believe, or something like that. And now today it's 5.1, so it is slightly dropping. And I think I'm going to start reducing carbohydrate intake. But I'll see how it goes, because it's still just the beginning. I'm gonna track obviously my my blood glucose going forward. I actually need to write it down. I haven't done that yet. But that machine's really giving me perspective, and that makes sense because it can take years to develop due to stress and diet and various other things. I have been very stressed in the past few years. My life hasn't been amazing. I've done some silly things, so I think that with my poor diet choices and lifestyle choices over the years, this is not an overnight thing, this is over years, has suddenly, now I'm paying the price. But I don't know yet. Again, I need to get my H1 test for blood sugar. I need to get the HbA1c blood test, the hemoglobin 1AC measurements, the amount of blood sugar, glucose attached to my hemoglobin, part of the red cells that carry oxygen from my lungs to the rest of the body. It's important that blood test gives a good indication of how well your diabetes is being controlled. So yeah, I'm booked in next in 2 weeks time on Friday, the 23rd. I booked in my local GP to go and get my blood work done and all of that stuff, to see what the case is. If I'm below 4%, or sorry, if I'm above 5% or something, then yeah, so below 5.7 is normal. Anything between 5.7 and 6.4 indicates that I have type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetic. So pre-diabetic is 5.7 to 6.4%, which is in the 100 to 125 milligrams per deciliter. So the 100 to 125 is 5.5 to 7. I'm in the 5.2 this morning, so that's pre-diabetic. And full-on diabetic is 6.5 or above, so 126 milligrams per deciliter or above, which I was the first night when I ate those bagels and tested my blood sugar right after that, like half an hour after that. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm pre-diabetic, and that explains why I've been struggling to sleep due to urination. I'm going to the toilet 3 or 4 times a night, sometimes 5 times. Every 2 hours I'm waking up, and this has been going on for well over a year now. Constantly thirsty, which is contributing to my increased urination. That's one of the symptoms of type 2 diabetes, is I get randomly thirsty. I know I'm not thirsty, my wee is clear, I'm actually overhydrated, but I feel thirsty because I think that's due to the amount of glucose in my blood. Yeah, I have a glucose disposal agent. I've been using it every morning, 4 pills, recommended dose, and that seems to be helping. I'm gonna keep taking that. I'm gonna track my blood glucose for the next week. But that's the development. So the urologist, I'm going to go see him on the 27th, Tuesday the 27th. My appointment with the urologist. So with all this information, I don't know if it's necessary to go see him. I don't know, but I'll see. I'll go see him nonetheless. So yeah, I need to get my blood test done, which I've booked in for the next 2 weeks. I'm gonna keep an eye on my blood sugar every morning. In a fasted state, wake up in the morning, fasted, take my blood glucose. Hopefully it keeps lowering so I can get it to around 4.4, between 4 and 4.4 ideally is where I want it to be. It says the normal range here is from 72 to 126, so from 4 to 7 is normal. So I am in the normal range at the moment. I'm 5.1 this morning. Yeah, that covered. MK, my growth hormone secretagogue, has been alright. I haven't woken up once. It's been 2 nights now I've been taking it. I've been alright. I don't know if it's... I mean, it's not improving my... It says it can improve sleep, but my sleep has not improved. I get some nights where it's better than other nights, but it's not amazing. I haven't slept a full 8 hours in fucking years. What it feels like years. I haven't slept right through. It's been a long time. It's been probably 2 years now since I've had a good night's sleep without any toilet issues. So yeah, I'm getting to the bottom of this. I didn't think to check blood sugar levels. The only reason I started doing this in the first place was because of the MK677, which has prompted me. Obviously, I need to check blood sugar levels so that I don't become a diabetic. And I got the blood glucose disposal agent there to keep my glucose low in the blood, or manageable. So inadvertently, by starting an MK677 cycle, has prompted me to start checking my blood glucose, and that in turn has led me to finding out that, oh, I could be pre-diabetic. But it's alright. Better to find out than to live with it and not know. That's why sometimes I feel a bit queasy, ill sometimes, like not wanting to throw up, but I don't feel normal, you know, I don't feel right. And sometimes I feel fucking lethargic when I'm at work. Some days I feel fucking great, and some days I'm down and I'm like, ugh. Not mentally, but just physically I feel down. I'm like drained. I'm like fucking carrying my way up and down the stairs, and it just feels taxing to me, you know. Yeah. Also weight. Weight is another precursor to diabetes. I'm not obese. I'm slightly overweight for my height. I'm 191, around 86 kilos. It's okay. I've lost over 10 pounds since being on a bulk last year. Yeah, that's it really. That's it. That's the update. Diabetes. But I'm getting the necessary tests done. Everything is booked in. And I'm going to do what I can. Obviously, little tweaks in my diet. Less white rice. I think I'm going to cut white rice out completely. But I'll see, because I need to give it a week with the MK introduction with the MK every night, and the glucose disposal agent in the morning on an empty stomach before carbohydrate intake. I need to see how that plays out before I make any drastic changes or any assumptions. But I want to stay ahead of this. And yeah, this is the update. Type 2 diabetes, potentially. But we'll see. If I'm below 5.7% when I get my bloods done in the next 2 weeks, I'm okay. But if I'm above 5.7, it's pre-diabetic. If I'm 6.5 or above, it's full-on diabetes. But it's okay, because we live in a day and age where this can all be controlled, so it's no problem. I'm just glad I could get to the bottom of this, because if I get to the bottom of it and now I know what the issue is, I can finally get a good night's sleep and do something about it. So yeah, that's the next step, is start introducing protocols and lifestyle changes that help me sleep good at night and not have to wake up 10 times to go to the fucking toilet. I'd love nothing more than to have a good night's sleep for once and just sleep straight through for 8 hours. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. That's the news. Yeah, tomorrow is quads, I believe. Quads and abs and calves, and that's it. Speak to you tomorrow. Bye.